So it's kind of a cold day at the hangar, but I'm doing a little bit of organizing. Last week we got the approval to put final paint on the fuselage, so I'm doing some work to arrange that. But I'm doing a little prep work here in the hangar to get ready for when the fuselage gets back. I ordered a whole bunch of hardware from Aircraft Spruce and Specialty, and what I've done is I've put them into two organizers. One of them is primarily screws and machine screws and sheet screws, sheet metal. And the other one is primarily bolts, washers, and nuts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the part numbers and costs just so you have an approximation of what that is. What I wanted to do is make sure when I went back that I had new hardware. Wasn't putting in old nuts and bolts and things like that. So the containers here I bought at Tractor Supply Company for 18 bucks each. And you can kind of see in here, we've got machine screws. And what I've done is I put them over here like, size 6, 8, 10, so they kind of go up bigger in size. But that's pretty much all screws. And then on this side, same kind of thing, different lengths. Starting with the smaller, bolts, going up to the larger, and you can kind of see the different lengths. And then of course down here you've got your washers, and at the very bottom all new elastic nuts. And what I did with some of these, this little thing is kind of cool. It's got these little tabs right here, so when you push it in they kind of lock in, so you kind of have to use two hands to pull it out. But what I did was I cut them all out of the bags, and I'm leaving the part number in here for right now. I'll come back down with my label gun later and put some stickers on here, maybe up here, and some part numbers and stuff down here. See, these things are kind of hard to push in, which is actually a good thing, so they don't pop out. But then, I wanted something that I could roll around to have all the hardware readily available to me. So in the world of reusing, I've got these dollies that came with the Penske truck when I brought the airplane down. And I've just put some PVC pipe together. I'm going to hang these right on here. It's a little flimsy, so I think I'm going to have to do some bracing down to the bottom, but that way I've got something that'll roll around with me, and as I'm working on something, I've got my hardware pretty close to me, so I'm pretty happy with that. Just have to mount those on and then put some bracing on. And then what I think I'll do is, in addition to having the new hardware, I'm going to take some of these little bins that I'm not using much over here, and I'm going to mount those on that thing too, so we have some stuff. So that's kind of what we're doing for today, working on organizing for hardware. Hope you all have a good weekend. I also wanted to mention that they sell a bolt gauge here, which is pretty good because you can just figure out the size of your bolt and the length. So this is going to pay off later when, there's going to be a bolt somewhere that I haven't bought just in an assortment that I'm going to need. And it's kind of nice because it kind of gives you a little quick, what kind of bolt is it? What is the number, the AN number, and then gives you the length and stuff too. Very inexpensive, I think $13. I think it'll well pay off when I find that one bolt that I need to replace. Also had a cherry rivet gauge here, which is kind of hard to work with one hand, but helps you figure out the gauge and the length of any blind rivets that you might need. So just another tool that's not very expensive from Aircraft Spruce, and they'll send you this free catalog too. Of course they have an electronic one, but having a paper one down here at the hangar is kind of nice for finding all those pieces that you need, so you can put together your Christmas list. All right, next time.